lovely to see you fourth graders this morning. We're going to do some stuff that's going to help you get a good job when you grow up. Raise your hand if you want a good job when you grow up. You'd like to buy like a nice car, a nice truck, right? Be able to help your mom and dad if your mom and dad need help, right? So, okay, hands down. There are two things you can do right now to help you be sure to get a good job when you grow up. You need to get to be a better reader. So you need to get to be a better what? Reader. And you need to get to be a better writer. What else? Writer. Yeah, you need to get to be a better writer, because in the jobs that you want to get when you grow up, you got to be able to be a good reader and a good writer. So there's two things you got to be. So to get a good job, you got to be a good reader and a good writer. Now, some people think that one of the hardest things is to be a good writer. I'm not talking about just nice handwriting. I'm talking about if your boss says to you, hey, I want you to write up a report about what we did on such and such. And some people, when their boss says, write that up, they think, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do that. But we're not going to be scared of it, because I'm going to show you stuff that you can use now in fourth grade, and next year in what? Fifth grade. And after that in sixth. And after that in 7, and then 8, and 9, 10, and 11, and 12. And then when you go to the university. So the stuff that we learn today, you can learn you can still use when you are 18 and 20 years old. And you can even use it when you're on the job, when you're grown up. Okay? So this is going to be interesting, and it might be a little tough, but are you ready for it? Absolutely. All right, so let's get going. So on your organizer, okay, so put your finger on your organizer right now. This is called the what? Organizer. Held it up and go like this. I love my organizer. I love my organizer. You know why you love your organizer? Because your organizer makes the writing easier. Hold up your paper like this. Now hold up your line paper. Say, I'm not scared of this. I'm not scared of this. You know, some people, when they look at an empty page like this, they call it the dreaded empty page. What do they call it? The dreaded empty page. But are you guys scared of it? No. Because you got your organizer. Hold up your organizer. I've got mine. Organizer. If you use this organizer, it will help you get the empty page not empty anymore, and it will help you make sure that it's good stuff on there. A lot of people just write, blah, 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 and it doesn't make any sense, but this organizer will help you get some stuff down on that page in a good way. So let's get started on that. All right, first thing I want you to do is on your page, now put your finger on your lined paper, okay? Not the organizer, lined paper, right? And so here's my lined paper, like this. Okay, so put your finger up in the middle of the top line. Middle of the top line, okay? And that's where our title's going to be. What are we going to put here? Title. And so the title of the story, was it just Yosemite? No. What was the title? Do you guys remember?
Yosemite National Park.
Yosemite National Park.
Letters home to Yosemite.
Oh, there you go. Letters home. Letters home. You know what? We can shorten that. Okay. Can we just go with Yosemite National Park so it can be a little shorter? Is that okay with you guys? All right. So if you weren't sure how to remember how to write Yosemite, where could you look? If you didn't want to go to your book, where could you look? You could look in the book, but where's a place that's even quicker? It's up there on the board. And where else? Right at your desk. Where else does it say Yosemite? On your what? Organizer. Put your finger where it says Yosemite on your organizer. Show me on your organizer. All right. So in the middle of that top line on your lined paper, what do you think we're going to write?
Yosemite.
We're going to write Yosemite National Park. Okay, so I know you know how to write Yosemite because you can use your organizer. Okay, so everybody write Yosemite right in the middle. No, in the middle. It's in the middle, yeah, middle on the top line. Middle, good job. Yep, middle on the top line. Good work. Nice work. Next time, right on there, okay, babe? Honey, you need a better pencil. That's crazy, huh? Right in the middle, sweet pea. Right in the middle, right there, right where you are. Good work. Yosemite. All right. And after Yosemite, we're going to write National Park. What are we going to write?
National Park.
Spell after me. Capital N-A.
Capital N-A.
T-I.
T-I-O-N.
O-N. What's that word? What's that base word right on its own? Say that word that you just wrote. It's not national, it's
Nation.
nation. That doesn't sound quite right. Make that A, give it the long sound. Make that A say A. Now make it say A. Nation. Like our nation? Like the United States? But we can't say Yosemite Nation Park. We have to make it an adjective. So we need to add a suffix. You ready? To nation. We're going to make it national by adding, say it fast, A-L. There you go. Fingers under Yosemite, voices together. Yosemite National, what are we going to put now?
Park.
Uppercase or lowercase p? There you go. Because it's a
Title.
It's a title. Yosemite National Park. Okay, now, you have lines on that paper, right? Do you guys have lines that go all the way across?
Yeah.
Go all the way over to the left side. Put your pencil on the left side. Okay, and I want you to start at the top line and make an X like that. And then skip a line and make an X. And then go all the way down your page. Excuse me. All the way down the side of your page. Skip a line, make an X. And tell yourself what to do. Say, skip a line, make an X. Tell yourself, skip a line, make an X. Skip a line, make an X. And we're only going to write on the lines that have the X. Perfect. You know what's nice about that? Then you can read your own writing. If you want to change something or add something, you can do it easily without having a big squished mess. Right? Okay, so now, let's take a look at our organizer. Fingers on our organizer. How many main ideas? Oh, so now I want you to do, so touch main idea. All right? What main idea have we got there? The first main idea is talking about what? Water places or water landmarks. What's the next main idea talk about?
Landmark.
Use your finger, bud. And what's the next main idea talk about? Right, okay, so how many main ideas do we have? Let's count them. 1,
2, 3.
So how many main ideas have we got?
3.
So how many paragraphs can we have in this story?
3.
3. If you have 3 main ideas, then you can have 5 paragraphs, or 3 main ideas gives you 3 paragraphs. What do you think? How many paragraphs? Tell me.
3.
Everybody tell me.
3.
No, not. If you'd have, you could do 5, but that'd be kind of kooky. All right, so this first main idea, put your finger under the word water landmarks. So is our water, when the story talks about water landmarks, are they talking about places where there's water or places where there's land? Think, everyone.
Water.
There's water, okay? And then do you have some examples of water?
Yeah.
Okay, so peanut butter, raise your hand. Where's peanut butters? I like this. This is very cool. Peanut butters, repeat after me. Tell me about the water in Yosemite. Repeat.
Tell me about the water in Yosemite.
Okay, so peanut butters, ask Jelly. Jellies, wait one sec. Jellies, you're going to say the watermarks in Yosemite. Jellies, repeat. Say the watermarks in Yosemite.
Watermarks in Yosemite.
Okay, so peanut butter, do you remember your question? Tell me, right? Tell me about the what? Tell me about the
Water.
ask Jellies. And then Jellies, you're going to say the watermarks. Go. Okay, then you got it. Oh. Tell me about
What did you do?
So tell me
Class.
Class.
Yes.
I heard some really interesting talk I was chatting with this young gentleman right here, and he was telling me about how some of the water landmarks in Yosemite could be, we could talk about Yosemite Falls or Bridalveil Creek, Bridalveil Fall. How many of you guys were talking about that in your partnership? Raise your hand if you were talking about those places. Bridalveil or Yosemite Falls. Are those water landmarks or land landmarks? Water. Great. Okay, now, for your second main idea, you're talking about actual land. So we talking about water here or land?
Land.
Okay, so Jellies, raise your hand. Jellies, repeat after me. Tell me about some landmarks in Yosemite. Hit that land part. Ready? Go.
Tell me about the landmarks.
In where?
In Yosemite.
In Yosemite. And peanut butters, raise your hand. You're going to say some landmarks in Yosemite.
Some landmarks in Yosemite.
That's how you're going to answer. You're going to use some of the words from the question in your answer. Okay, Jellies, raise your hand. Ask this question. Tell me about some landmarks in Yosemite. Go.
Tell me about these landmarks.
Class.
Yes.
Raise your hand when you were talking about landmarks. If you and your partner were talking about maybe the Badger Pass, or who talked about Badger Pass? Anybody? Nice. Raise your hand if you talked about Yosemite Valley. Nice. How about El Capitan? That is that's the largest piece of granite, I think, in the world, isn't it? Didn't it say in the world?
Yeah.
We might want to check that. How about Lyell? That sounds boring to me. Tioga Pass, anybody talk about Tioga Pass? Good job. When we talk about landmarks and we talk about, go like this, valleys, mountains, pass. Okay, when we talk about all those landmarks, we're talking about the fancy word. What's that say? That's a long one. Look at this. Topography. Say the whole word. Topography. That's when we're talking about all different kinds of land. Okay, it's like saying, it's kind of like saying landmarks, but it's all the land. Okay, so we got one more main idea to talk about. In that last one, let's see, black bear, cubs, mule deer, peregrine falcons. Are we talking about, so here's your question. Are we talking about, in that main idea, are we talking about landmarks, water landmarks, or plants and animals? Everybody?
Plants and animals.
Excellent. Peanut butters, raise your hand. Repeat after me. Tell me about some of the plants and animals in Yosemite.
Tell me about plants and animals.
Jellies, raise your hand. How are you going to answer them? What are you going to say? Some what? Some. And right. Okay. So, peanut butters, raise your hand. Ask them. Tell me about some plants and animals in Yosemite. Ask that question. Class.
Yes.
Is anybody talking about the black bear? Anybody mention that? How about anybody mention mule deer? Do you know that we have mule deer all over? This guy here. Do we have mule deer all over the mountains right here in Utah? You ever seen a mule deer? Okay. Anybody talking about peregrine falcons. Go like this. Peregrine falcons. Do you know they're one of the fastest birds in the whole world? Question. The peregrine falcon in Yosemite. Has there always been a lot of peregrine falcons, or were they in danger of going extinct? Okay, so your answers can be lots of them or in danger. Peregrine falcons. Everybody?
In danger.
Yeah, but thankfully they're coming back, and it would have been a shame to lose that beautiful bird. All right, beautiful work, fourth graders. Let's get ready now. We've got watermarks, landmarks, plants and animals. We got to decide what our sequence is going to be. We can't just write something and then go to something else and then go to something else. We got to have an order. We've got to have a what?
Order.
A fancy junior high word, actually college word, for order is sequence. What's the word?
Sequence.
So we got to figure out our sequence. Go like this. Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Okay, we've got that to say that's the sequence.
That's the sequence.
What should we tell first? What should we tell second? What should we tell third? Does it matter?
No.
It doesn't. Does one of these things happen first, second, or third, or are they all happening? Look, this is a tough question. Landmarks, watermarks, plants and animals. Did one of those things happen first, or are they all happening together? Things. So your answers are one at a time or together. Those are your choices. One at a time or together. Everybody?
One at a time.
So did the water come first, and then the land, and then the animals? Or did the animals come first? So they're all together, right? So I'm going to ask you that one again. Do these things happen all together, or do these things happen first, second, third? Think. Everybody?
All together.
All together. So does it matter what we tell first?
No.
It doesn't. So our sequence can be what we want to tell. I got an idea though, to make it easy on us. Let's follow the book. Which one of these things did they talk about in the book first? Land, water, or plants and animals? Do we know? Why don't you look it up? Let's find it. Let's go to our books and find out. So then it'll be easy for us to write. What did the book talk about first? Even though we don't care, it'll just make looking at the book easier. Who's got a page number for Yosemite?
144.
144? Or no, 147. 147. Well, but keep going. So on page 147, when it talks about topography, everybody go to page 147. 147. Are you on 147? I like the way you're on 147. I like the way you're on 147. I like the way you're on 147. Find the word topography. Put your finger on the word topography. 147. There you go. Find the word topography. Put your finger on the word topography. Does topography, question, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Does topography refer to land or water? Think. Does topography refer to land or water? Everybody?
Land.
So what's going to be number 1 in our sequence for our, and is this a smartboard?
Yeah, so the pen's on top.
The top. I'm what they call vertically challenged. You know how you got horizontal and vertical? I'm vertically challenged. That's another way to say short. So what I would do, just hit tell me what to do, guys.
Just
Touch it.
No, wait, you have to.
Okay. Find the word topography on your organizer. No, in the organizer, Dave. On your organizer. Where does it say topography? Where's yours say topography? Maybe you might not have it. Find where it says on your organizer landmarks. If you don't have topography, look for landmarks. Is this water or land? Find the land one. Make sure that you're nice job. Where's landmarks? On your organizer, where is it? Good. So what number is that going to be in our sequence, fourth graders? 1, 2, or 3?
1.
Put a 1 right by it and circle it.
No, it's not gonna work with the camera. You have to write on there.
Oh.
Thanks, Laura.
Yeah. Boys and girls, I got confused there. So by landmarks, write number 1. Everybody got that? What does the book tell next? Does the book tell water or plants and animals? Check your book. Flip your pages past the land. Flip your pages past land in your book and see if you can find if they talk about water next or plants and animals next. So flip your pages. Good job. Good job. Good job. Raise your hand when you know if it's water or land. Is it water or land, everybody?
Water.
Thank you. So find on your organizer, find where it says water landmarks. And are we going to put number 2 or 3 there? 2. Thank you. Well, then when are we going to talk about plants and animals? Number 3 or number 4?
Number 3.
Yeah, thank you. Put a 3 there. So repeat after me. I know the order.
I know the order.
I know my sequence.
I know my sequence.
I'm starting with, ooh, hang on, I almost forgot one thing. Hey, we're going up here. Let's do this. Let's call this, go back up here where it says expository text, and put number 1. Okay, I almost forgot that, because that's super important. Put number 1A, and if that's number 1A, what do you think this should be? 1B. Yeah, 1B. So put a B by that one. All right. There we go. Close your books. You can kind of put those away for right now. Yosemite, the story you read. Do you think the text you read about Yosemite, here's a question for you. Is that text about true stuff or made up stuff? Think, your choices are true or made up. Everybody?
True.
It's true stuff, right? A fancy word for that is expository. What's a fancy word for real or true?
Expository.
You can go home and tell your family, we read an excellent expository text today. And if you said we read an expository text, would that text have been true or made up?
True.
All right, so we're going to write this here. So 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Thank you. Find your first X. Put 3 fingers in. 3 fingers in like that is when you indent. What's this called?
Indent.
And it's like saying this. Hey, I'm getting started. What's it like saying?
Hey, I'm getting started.
Yeah, you're saying that to the person who's reading it. So hang on. When I see that indent and I'm the reader, I know that, what's your name, bud? I know that Eduardo is saying, hey, I'm getting started. So you have to tell the reader that. So 3 fingers in, and then after that, we're going to write this expository text. Repeat.
This expository text.
Spell after me. Capital, so keep your 3 fingers. Capital T-H.
Capital T-H.
I-S.
I-S.
What's that say?
This.
What's the next word? This expository. All right, so expository. Man, that's a tough one. But you know what? If I forgot how to spell expository, where could I look? On your
organizer.
Put your finger on the word expository in your organizer and use that. It's not quite spelled yet, so watch for me. I'm going to spell it up there. But then, yeah, use that. So you're going to write this expository. Okay, and I'm going to write it up here if you can't remember or yours isn't spelled right. Okay, so on your line of paper, yeah. See how that organizer's already coming in handy?
Yeah.
Come on, roll with it. Expository, uppercase. Good job, sweetie. Nice work, buddy. Good job, Mika. Good work. Oh, you are excellent. Very good. Nice work, bud. Really cool. Good job. All right. This expository, and then the next word is text. Expository means true or not true?
True.
Right. All right, good. Erasers under this, on your paper, erasers under this, voices together. This
expository text
is about, repeat.
is about.
Okay, so you're going to write that. So is, and if you skip a line, you've got to go for the line with an X. I mean, if you go to the next line. This expository text is about. I'm going to spell about for you. A-B.
A-B.
O-U-T.
O-U-T.
Okay. Now this is what good writers do all the time. Erasers under this.
This
Voices together.
expository text is about.
Is about what? Is it about cereal or Yosemite National Park?
Yosemite National Park.
There you go. All right. And so if I can't remember how to spell Yosemite National Park, where can I look? Right up at my organizer, or even right on my lined paper. The very top line is called my title. Where can I look?
My title.
There you go. This expository text is about Yosemite, but you know what we're going to do? Time out. You know what we're going to do, because we're drafting? We're going to abbreviate for an acronym. Capital Y period.
Capital Y period.
Capital N period.
Capital N period.
Capital P period.
Capital P period.
That's an acronym, and what does YNP stand for?
National Park.
Just National Park? Which one? Yosemite National Park, exactly. All right, so erasers under this, voices together. This
expository text is about Yosemite National Park.
and it's what? And it's landmarks, it's water landmarks, and it's, that's where we're going. About Yosemite National Park, and, so keep writing, and it's, and that's how we write it's, there's no apostrophe there. The only time you use an apostrophe is if you can put the words it is. And it's, now look at number one, on your organizers, what do we got? And it's landmarks, great. So if you can't remember how to spell landmarks, where should you look?
On the title.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's landmarks. And you can use my board too. I've got that up there to help you if you need it. Keep going. And it's landmarks. What else besides landmarks? Landmarks. But let's just say water. Question? And what though? You just. Oh, thank you, sweet pea. Water. We don't have to say watermarks, or just let's just say water. You know what? I'm kind of forgetting what we got going here. When writers forget about where they are, you know what they do? They put their erasers under there, and they start like a sentence back. And so erasers under this, it'll help us remember. Erasers under this, voices together. This
expository text is about Yosemite National Park
and its landmarks, water, and
plants and animals.
absolutely, and plants and animals. Are we going to say plant and animal or plants and animals? Yeah, plants, because there's more than one, right? And we can't just say animal. We have to say animals, because is there just one animal or more than one?
More than one.
Plants and animals. Feel free to use my stuff. Keep writing, bud. Woo, wake up, morning. Keep going. I like the way you're excellent. Very nice. You are rocking, buddy. You are rocking too. Nice work. Keep going. Let's see how our man's doing here. Lovely. Beautiful. Keep going, sweetheart. You're doing great. Oh, this is so great. Plants. Okay. Plants and animals, sweetie. Did you get an and in there? Oh, I missed it. Thank you. Nice work. Oh, you guys are brilliant. Now we gotta do something that writers have to do. Gotta listen to. Oh. Just thought of something really fun. Did we finish this one? Did we talk about expository text?
No.
Did we get that done? Didn't we say this expository text?
Yeah.
We did it, right? So you know what we do now? Then we go like this. Cross it out. I'm done with that. Say, I'm done with that.
I'm done with that.
Right. It's great to be able to cross stuff off. All right. Now we got to listen to our voice. Eraser. So when your voice falls, when your voice goes down, you either need a comma or a period. Erasers under this. Listen to your voice. This expository
test is about
Yosemite
National Park and its landmarks.
Here, did you hear your voice? Wait, stop. Did you hear your voice? About Yosemite National Park and its landmarks, water. Okay, so do we need a period here or a comma? Everybody say comma. Put it in. Okay, so let's just start right here. And its, so voices together. And its landmarks, water. What do we need? What do we need after water? Water, comma, and, keep going, and plants. Now your voice is stopping there. What do we need at the end?
Period.
Everybody get a period in there. Now, I want to, so go like this. Cross out. No, we just mentioned those. We're not going to cross out yet. I want to pick one landmark that you really like, that you think is cool. You could pick El Capitan, you could pick Badger Pass, okay? What's another fancy word for topography? What's another fancy word for land? It's, say topography.
Topography.
All right, so we're going to start talking about just this stuff. Go like this. Just this stuff.
Just this stuff.
Okay? And so what we've got to do is we're going to have to indent. So skip a line, put 3 fingers and say, I'm talking about something new.
I'm talking about something new.
So I better indent. Say, so I better indent.
Well, better indent.
How many fingers?
3.
Put 3 fingers in, and then we're going to say topography. Repeat.
Topography.
Okay, so 3-finger indent and spell after me. Capital T-O.
Capital T-O.
G-R.
G-R.
A-P-H.
A-P-H.
Oops, hang on, I'm spelling it wrong. I forgot a P, guys. It's T-O-P. Oh, and I forgot an A. Boy, I'll tell you, even teachers can get messed up with big words. Have we got an eraser? I got an eraser. There we go. Guys, I'm sorry. You can kind of jam it in there if you want. Capital T-O.
Capital T-O.
P-O.
P-O.
G-R.
G-R.
A-P-H.
A-P-H.
That's Y. Y, and then Y. That spells topography. What's it spell?
Topography.
So repeat after me. Topography in Yosemite National Park. Repeat. Topography. And we're going to abbreviate again. Topography in YNP. Topography in YNP includes, what word?
Includes.
Spell after me. I-N.
I-N.
C-L.
C-L.
U-D-E.
U-D-E.
S.
S.
Okay, erasers under, I'm going to wait for you. I'm going too fast, sorry. Hey, good job. Includes is one word, so it needs to be together. Topography and includes. Oh, buddy, you're doing awesome. Keep going, keep going. Hello. Landmarks,
Teachers,
water,
please excuse
and
this interruption.
plants
Just
and
an
animals.
announcement
Hurry.
about the
Gotta
assembly.
catch up so we
The
can all be
grades,
together.
kindergarten through 2nd grade are gonna come from 9 to 9:30. 3rd grade to 6th grade is gonna be from 10 to 10:30. Thank you.
Erasers under topography. Voices together. Topography in Yosemite
National Park
includes, now, choose 2 of your favorite places.